it's working. It's not saying online. Okay, it's saying online, and it seems to be working. So last time we did whoops, implemented for whoops, right? That's pretty much it. Yes, so the last time we added this. We added the for loops that can use this. So some problems that came with this was the fact that we can't really initialize variables within expressions, function expressions, right? We can't really do something like this. Let me just get a bit lower. If you come here, I can't really say something like for int I equals 0, because int I equals 0 will become an expression, right? This is broken. I mean, int I equals 0 is a variable declaration expression, a statement, I mean, so it won't be parsed as an expression, and that's a problem. So we need to come with a solution to fix this, but yeah, I don't know how, and I don't feel like it for now. So let's go into LazyGit and start the normal things like day 11. Yes, I want to create one, and start making sure that everything works. So let me go cd dev c and vim plan md recover. Yes, so I'm going to put this to this side. This was day 10, day 9 resume was 4, whoops, and you can say that this is day 10, I mean the other way around, and that's it. So this part is done. Set wrap. What can I do here? So there are a number of things that need fixing. That's true. About top level variables declaration, yeah, that's also needed. Implement as a backend for missing ops, not a priority right now. The jump logic is package. Yeah, to this one I can add we have the store and store at package. So what can I do today? We don't have arrays, right? It's one of the things that we are missing. We also are missing the struct variables, struct definitions, but for the syntax, maybe a break would be great. Yeah, maybe a break. We don't have break and return, so probably going to implement that. Let me start first by going to the grammar, because I just remembered that we never added while, and yeah, so we never added while statement, which is while keyword, then a thing, then an expression, then an actual thing, and then a block statement. And the for statement is a for, an open paren, the init clause, which is an expression, then a withdraw thing, an expression, then a withdraw thing, and then another expression, and then a withdraw, and then box statement. Just a minute. I'm back. So we didn't add this, so let me save this to the thing. Update grammar. Okay. So maybe fix some fixments, but yeah, let's just go with the thing. So the parser itself requires a new thing for, so it's a break expression, right? Break expression. So a break expression is just an identifier, if I'm not being dumb, but it can have a location to jump to, right? Yeah, so for now let's do it like that. So type def and struct, so a break statement, not a break expression, is a break statement. The break statement adds a node base, and he has a node go to maybe, right? So to where, so a where label, so maybe label. Then in node, oh, for fuck's sake, so node something like this, yes. So a break statement is a break statement. So in parser.c we go into identifier, so parser expression. This becomes an identifier expression, and so if it's an ident, it just returns that. But I can check the lexme and return and go into it's a statement, so I can parse it as a statement. Where is the parse statement thing? Parse statement. So it has this else if thing that I can plug into. So else if sv equal token lexme we then return parser parse break statement. So we start by expecting and getting the token, which will be the start position. So we expect and get TT identifier and start. In here we just return invalid results. So then we can or not have an expression. So for that I'm going to check if the next token is a semicolon. So if, so in here I can say parse result, the label is invalid result if the parser get token type doesn't equal to a semicolon, then we say label is parse expression p. If label didn't work, then we say printf. I mean, no, we don't need to print it because it's the responsibility of the parse expression to print the error. So in here we just return invalid results. And then in here we always say token end is this, and we say parser expect and get tt semicolon and get the end part, which is it here. If it didn't do so, we say expected semicolon after break, at the end of break, at the end of a break statement. So we return invalid results, and now we construct the nodes. So the node type is a break statement, the start is start lock, and the end is end lock. Then we need to construct the break statement. This is a one, so statement base is node, statement label is label node. Then we say node break statement is statement, and we return parse success node, and that's it. So this should work fine. Let me go into control flow again and create another one, which is int. So we reset I and say for this if I is less than 5, we do I plus equals 1, else we just break. Right? That's pretty much it. Let's go into parser C, because we need to add the printing stuff. So nt break statement, and we break here, and then after this we need to get a break statement. We print f break statement and print, and if statement label does not equal to null, we then print the node. So the node is not statement label, and that's it. So if we go into main.c and in here we increase this, then knob the ir, so ir.c, let's do case empty break this, we assert false and break. Replace this. That's it. So we have a block. Where is the for loop? So for loop, which has a block with a if statement that compares 5 with I, then it adds 1 to I, and then in the else block he has a break statement, right? So let me go into the control flow again and check and say put t at the end I. So in this case I should be 5, right? Then we need to actually implement that. So how do we do this? Because in this case we have a list of nodes that we are parsing, right? We are generating operations from an AST, but the actual block is just generated oh, that's a fucking problem. I need to link that break to the end of the for loop statement. How do I do that? I can say it will break, but so fix me, this will break when the loop has nested loops or switch statements. So we can say something like int last, no. So I just got another idea. So I can, after this, after the block itself and this part, right? So we have obs count as the end one. So in here I can say for int I equals the condition jump. If I is less than obs count, I equals 1. So this is all the operations that were added after the condition and before the end label, right? So in here we are going to do something like op equals ops items at I. If op so the break, so break itself should yeah, I'm going to say equals ot break, then we say op operand. So in this case I need to do this equals ops count, right? So we kind of fix it. So in ir.h we come in here and say ot break. It's just a jump, but yeah. So now in the break statement I just create that thing and add an assert to check that node break statement label is null, else implement break with label. So the type is OT break, and then we append to ops the op, so like this. Okay, so ir.c enumeration value OT break the not handle in switch 300. Okay, so this one is case OT break, return OT break. Then we have another error in VM, which is the fact that we don't have an implementation for OT break. So the OT break stuff is just IP equals OP operand, so it just jumps to the operand, and then we have the ASM one, right, that needs to be added. So case OT break, and now it should work, right? So we have a break statement, and okay, so let me go into IR and enable the debug for that. So break 1 is placed in here and it jumps to 71, which is correct. Right? It's correct. So we load, push and check. If it's true, it continues, else goes to 68. So this one goes to 70. Which is a jump that goes to 56. So I think the problem is the nested jumping inside control flow, so it's this nested jump. So what I can do is something like, if I is less than 5, I plus equals 1, right? Or even better, I can just say this, and I plus equals 1, it should just print 0. Right? If I say this is 1, then it should just print 1. So it's working. But there is a problem with jumping with the if statements jump. Because if we analyze that, so we can create another one, examples, break, we have break. Okay, so we have so jump sys. So we can say that int name, so something like while true, and add a if. So let me create a variable here in 0. So if I is less than 10, I plus equals 1, else we break. In this case I need to run the jump. It breaks vim run ir. It's a false because I never added that ir thing. So that's the actual problem. That's the actual problem, because we have to no, we don't, because when we generate a block, so even though a block is generated in here, so the if is generated inside inside the actual for loop, right? So that doesn't care. So I need to do the same for the white ones. So this thing, I need to do this thing as well for the thing. So right, so let me see. It goes to 20, which is right. It pushes 10 and then checks if it's less than. If it's true, it continues, but is false, then it goes to 17, which is a label. Which then continues to break, and break goes into this label, which is right. So why doesn't it work? So let me go into gmpsys. So if I is less than 10, he adds 1, else breaks. Does it? So we walk for push the int 0 and store it into 1, which is I. It's right. Then we push 1 and jump if. So this is the true thing. If we place true, it becomes a 1. Then we jump to 20 if it's false. And we jump to label if it's 0. So I can test that by saying put, I never saw it, so I can just say put the I to check the actual value. So it worked. It worked. So break itself works. It actually works. So let's start with that. So since it works, I can come in here, but that example doesn't work, I'm pretty sure. the for one doesn't work. So I'm going to say I equals 0 and do the same thing. If I is less than 5, we do I plus equals 1, else we break, and then we say I put the I. Right, so let me check. So it says 0. For the for loop it doesn't work, because this condition is always nil. That's the problem. So since that condition is nil, the actual stuff, so I mean, let me comment out this part. So we have the awk stuff, right? So we push int 0, then we store into I, of course, then label. Okay, so this is the first part of the for loop. Then we jump if 1, but it doesn't have a 1 because the condition is 0, then it doesn't have shit on the stack. So we need to fix that. So, but first, let me comment things. So add break statement, example. So in AR we need to also say that. So here, so I mean, but I need to go for fuck's sake. So in AR I don't need everything. I need this, but not this. So, and in this part as well. So add break to IR, then parser, same stuff, parse break, then endo new OP break, then add stub for OT break. So in here now in the IRC we need to fix that part in the jump thing, iteration and condition. So if the condition doesn't equal null, we do that, else we do a thing which is, so let me do this to be clear. If it's null, then we push an int. So op equals operand, the type is op push int, the operand is 1, and then we do SDA append op into ops. So ops op. Right, so this should work now. It works. So because before, if we don't have a condition, yes, the condition clause in the for loop, then it didn't push an int to make the jump if work always, and now it does. So we generate the label for the for loop, then we have the push int, which is 1, which makes this go true. True means that it continues the execution. So that's it. So in here we can fix the problem now. So fix for loop IR generation for loops with no condition clause. And that's it, isn't it? So we pretty much 35 minutes only. So we added the break statement, which is pretty cool, I think, but it was too fast. It was too fast. I need to do some fix me. Yeah, I'm going to do some fix me. Let me grab for fix me and check if I have something that it's easy to. This will break. This is hard coded. This is egg. This is egg. Yeah, I don't have any simple one. So it seems like today's one will be a short one.